We use your words. Welcome to Dry Week. It's too soon. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. What are you doing there, Rex?
I rinsed. Hi.
You all right?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I cleansed the palate with some water in here. Then I realized I added water to this.
I know.
I don't want the water affecting the whiskey, so I'm trying to. And you can't really get in there.
I keep waiting for you to accidentally misjudge the distance from this thing and just shatter the edge of the Glencairn on it.
No. I'm way too. What's the word?
Hand-eye coordination, dexterous.
I'm way too hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. What's the word for that?
It's not precise.
Dexterity.
I'm dexterous.
Yeah. You have good spatial awareness.
Yeah. What are cats described as?
Ass.
That's the one.
Okay.
What do we got? I'm way too much of an ass for that to happen.
This is a gift from Magnificent Bastard Richard Sutedjo.
Richard Sutedjo, you magnificent
Bastard. Fight.
I sure hope that's the right way to pronounce his name.
Sutedjo.
So this is Hotel Tango. We've reviewed their stuff before, but not this one. They actually came to the vault one time to hang out, and they left some bottles for us.
Oh, did they?
And they're distilling their own stuff, but I am like 90% sure this is still sourced.
Okay.
Right? So, because it still says produced and bottled by.
Yep.
They are in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
But I think they're still getting their whiskey from, and actually, what's funny is, I don't think their bourbon was MGP. Their rye was, but I think their bourbon was Middle West Spirits.
Man, that's got to be, so for you to be sourcing, first of all, in Indiana.
You're Indiana.
And then you source some things.
But it's not MGP.
But you don't source other. Wow, who knows what's happening?
That's complicated.
Yeah.
I think it might still be Middle West Spirits, but I cannot, that's not for sure. I don't necessarily know that's what we're drinking.
You know what, if you're a fan of the classic caramel and cherry in your bourbons there, it shows up on that nose.
Yeah, it's right down the middle of the road with those turned up slightly. It's almost like it has, those things are normally melded into a good bourbon.
Yeah.
And this one, it's like they took the classic bourbon profile and then like cranked the EQ up on just those notes. Just doop. This, I kind of thought this should have been in our MRE episode. Just
it looks like an MRE.
Yeah, because it's, it's a veteran founded and run.
Oh, so it was
donate
an intentional thing. Yeah.
It was intentional, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, did you mention the proof on here? Because I'm getting
I think it's low. I think it's 45.
45, yeah.
Ooh, cherry.
Yep.
Really cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, so people have asked us before, if you really wanted to dial in the cherry note so that you could acclimate to it and find it in other whiskeys, what should you drink? Well, maybe this one. This is maybe the most cherry-dominant bourbon I've ever sipped on.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The cherry that was present on the nose, it was a cherry and caramel mixture.
Mm-hmm.
On the taste, the cherry takes it home.
Yeah.
That's the dominant flavor once you get into the glass.
There's something else buried back there.
I'm getting a little bit of brown sugar and oakiness underneath it. After you get a couple sips in, brown sugar starts to show up. We're in classic bourbon territory right here.
Yeah, we're trying to pull apart a really simple flavor profile. It's not bad.
No.
It's just, there's not a massive amount of complexity. There's a couple of real dominant notes, and then there's a nice bed that sort of rounds them out.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
This is drinkable as
There's a reason why classic bourbon flavors have been so commonly showing up in bottles.
This is sweeter than most bourbons I would drink, but without tasting flavored. So it doesn't taste like simple syrup or flavored whiskey.
Yeah.
But it's sweet.
It is very sweet.
It's a very sweet bourbon.
And that sweetness, that is hand in hand with that cherry note. It's that sweet cherry. Not quite maraschino cherry.
Not quite.
But, you
could make a cocktail with this without having to put any other flavoring thing. You could pour it on ice, and it would be like a really nice iced whiskey.
And it's a 90 proof, 45% ABV. It feels like that's about where it is on the taste, too. No surprises there.
Right.
I like it, though.
This is its own episode. This is a Monday episode, actually.
But I like bourbon.
But,
yeah. The thing is, like, whenever there's a bottle, you get into it, most people, they're not looking for anything weird or, unique to go exploring. They just want something that they're going to find familiar and lovely and beautiful. It's going to be in here. And whenever we do reviews that are just like classic, right above home plate flavors, there's this part of me is like, oh yeah, they nailed like the meaty part of that bell curve for this category. But there's a part of me that's kind of like, I was looking for something, different. And that's the spoiled part of me because look.
I know, right?
Yeah. But it's a hell of a whiskey.
It's a good whiskey.
Yeah. We've got the Tim Domashek. I'm thinking Domashek. Look, see, I'm thinking I got that.
Domashek?
The SC, Domashek.
Why not?
Domashek. Tim, my friend surprised me yesterday with a bottle of Lafroig.
Cardis? Yeah.
Cardeas. A true bottle of friendship. So I'm wondering what's the most meaningful bottle you have been gifted. Most meaningful bottle I have been gifted. Meaningful bottle I have been gifted. What's yours? I'm thinking.
Mine was a bottle of the Longmorn 16, of course.
Yeah.
Given to me by the first person who knew that I really loved it. Is a good friend, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and went and worked their ass off trying to find a bottle for me.
Yeah.
And I still have it. Haven't opened it. The second one is and it's up there almost right next to it, is the bottle of Mirador given to me by Zach Pilgrim after he had made it, the first release of Mirador before he died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I still have that bottle too.
Well, I should have gone first because I don't have that story. Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome.
I think, just off the top of my head, the first bottle I was gifted from one of my oldest friends, like that him since elementary school,
right?
And he realized that I'm on a YouTube channel now, and it was just microscopic,
right?
It was like so small, but it was like, hey, I heard you're doing like the YouTube thing, and it's about whiskey, and I got you a bottle.
Oh,
it's like, oh, right,
cool.
It was Valentine's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a budget blend. A budget Scotch. He's like, I've never had it. I like the label. Here you go. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, it looks cool. That's funny.
That's how so many purchases go down, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I walk in, look around, go, that looks cool.
Jonathan Taylor, why are some scotches more expensive than others? I get rarity, but what's going into the bottle that makes a $15, $30, $60, $100, and $100 plus different from each other?
We've talked about this at length, but here's the thing that I think is always true when people talk about this.
Yeah.
You want there to be something. Like, it's too easy an answer for you to hear, like, it's rare and they price it that way. And your brain's like, no, but there has to be something, right? Yeah. And the answer is no. No, not really. It really does have to do with how much money they're spending to make that whiskey, like Waterford, spending astronomical amounts of money to make a bottle of whiskey, combined with how hard it is to get it or how rare they think it is.
I am going to point you to a video where we did a really good job of answering this question on our other channel. It's $10 versus $1,000 whiskey.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
So there's like he said directionally, yes, and there's tons of little like caveats and pathways and detours to explore. And we did that in that episode. That Fancy Dan's going to do a hell of a job linking right up here. And not forgetting to do that. I don't know. I don't think he has forgot.
I don't actually know either.
I usually forget. Yeah, I like this. If you like classic whiskey, you're going to be well served, right at home, very familiar territory.
Yeah.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal me, you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.